We now have the insight to make the connection. On this beautiful day in April 2021, we are very pleased to connect with you. Today, we wish to talk of the wonderful power that you have on planet Earth, and that is the power of choice, and how you can now, at last, make the connection between your choice and how that choice creates your reality. The magnificence of the planet Earth adventure is that you are always choosing. You came to Earth to experience contrast, to have a tapestry of negative and positive events from which to choose the preferred and the not preferred. And in so doing, in sifting and sorting through negative and positive happenings, you could refine your nature and expand your consciousness into a greater knowing of yourself and of the loving nature of the universe, the loving nature of God. Earth humans have free will. That is their greatest gift, for the soul knows what is needed for the aspect of God that you are to self-actualize into knowing what thoughts, what actions, what activities are life-enhancing and spiritually growth-inducing. And so we are always choosing, and the universe always supports our choice. Yes, on planet Earth, with the interplay of the positive and negative, with the pull of good versus evil, we are always choosing. Yet hitherto, we have not seen the connection between the choices we made and the reality that these choices created for us. In order to see the connection, let us first ask how our choices are made. How does the universe, how does source energy know what to give us? How does source energy know what we have chosen? The universe, source energy, reads our consciousness. Our God is like a supercomputer with laws, rules, and regulations that govern its output, and the primary rule is that it gives you what you are focusing on. The universe is always saying yes to what you are thinking, so what you are thinking is what you are choosing. You may be wanting something entirely different. You may be wanting wealth or health or a happy outcome to some event, but if you are focusing on poverty, illness, or the unhappy outcome, that is what you will get. Universal laws are absolute. The universe does not read between the lines. It reads what your mind is thinking and assumes that what you think about, what you concentrate on, is what you want. And so your thoughts truly do create your reality. And our challenge as human beings is that we have been programmed. We have been deeply indoctrinated to think negatively. Our environment, our media, our culture supports negative thinking, supports us in our fear of lack and unhappy outcomes. Many of the groups we join are focused on alleviating problems rather than achieving positive goals. So we have groups against diseases, against prejudice, against climate change, against violence, and against abuse of all kinds. And our culture is based on lack. Rather than expecting any and all situations to turn out well, to end as we would ideally like them to, we have been trained to think of what could go wrong. So we are immersed in thoughts of lack, lack of abundance, lack of health, lack of good relationships, lack of education. And we concentrate on potential failure. We have a strong tendency to focus on what we don't prefer to happen. And that means, according to universal law, that we are saying yes to what we prefer not to happen. We are, in fact, by our negative thinking, putting in place the outcome we don't prefer. We have not made the connection between our thoughts and the outcomes they create. The universe is always saying yes to us. Whatever is in our mind, the universe says yes to. This makes life on Earth very challenging indeed. For here, we are in a Catch22 situation. We have been taught to concentrate on the negative. Our reality is formed by that which we focus on, that which we concentrate on. And so it follows that our reality is very often negative, and we have, by our thinking, created the opposite of what we actually want. We are not in alignment with universal law. To create that which we want, we need to focus on the happy outcome, on the preferred result. And our dear brethren, there is another twist to this tale. At this time of revelation, at this time of ascension, where we are clearing ourselves of the last of our dysfunctions, of our false understandings, we are being presented with opportunities to clear erroneous beliefs. We cannot ascend until we have left behind all of our victim story, until we have cleared ourselves of our indoctrinated, deceptive perceptions and dysfunctions. And the universe knows this. Our angels and our guides and our very soul know this. So at this time, events are put into place that will bring our remaining delusions, our false paradigms to the surface. And very often these events are not preferred. For how else are we to realize that we are dysfunctional unless that dysfunctionality is brought to the light? So, dear ones, many challenging happenings are occurring for you. To your ego, these events are very negative and in fact depressing. It would seem that at your high frequency, only good and preferred events should occur to keep you in a happy vibration. Your thinking is still not totally in alignment with the high vibration you are reaching for. There are still fundamental perception deviations from the truth. These the universe is handling by providing you with the opportunities to clear yourself. You might well ask, why is this negative event happening to me again at this time of universal ascension? Why have I made what appears to be the wrong choice, the painful choice? And then, as you see the not preferred outcome that results from your choice, you wonder if you are indeed on the path of ascension. You wonder why fate still so beleaguers you. It does not seem so, yet, dear brethren, this is the gift of the times we are in. All that we need for ascension is provided for us. We are light workers. We have been deeply indoctrinated into the human deception perception, where our negative thoughts and ideas create a negative reality. To clear these, the unholy beliefs must be brought to the light. What better way to do this than to experience the negative events that have plagued our life one more time? And so, from our higher vantage point, from the upper room of higher dimensional understanding, we can see clearly how our thoughts create our reality. In the past, when negative events occurred, we could not see how we caused them. We could see no link between our thoughts, our focus, and the outplaying of circumstances around us. Now we have the vision, the insight to make the connection. And in so doing, we change our focus. We change our thoughts. We turn our thinking to the preferred result, and then we get the preferred result as our reality. And we become grateful for all the wonders that life has given us. We become joyful for all that we have and for all that we understand. We feel peace as we realize that all is in divine order and there are no accidents. All that happens is for our good, for even negative happenings are experienced to bring our darkness to the light. When we see them as the lessons they are, when we change our thinking, we move into a new and positive world. Yes, we are always choosing. We have pre-planned our lives to give us the synchronistic events from which we need to choose. It is marvelous indeed how our world is set up. The universe is always saying yes to our thoughts. And now that we know that, let us be happy and grateful. Let us be loving and see the good, the kind, the caring potential in all around us, for there is great potential in the wonderful world we are moving into. As our thoughts turn to the positive, as our thoughts turn to the good that we are creating and envisage the wonderful new world of excitement, enthusiasm, communion and camaraderie, that is what we will get. We get what we focus on, for yes, indeed, the universe is always saying yes to our focus. Love and light, dear friends, for the best is yet to come. Yes, indeed, as we clear ourselves of the last of our dysfunctions, the best is yet to come. That was Aita channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.